And now, Pawpets proudly presents Mocking Byrd's Tips for those of you that are looking for a solution to your everyday problems. Never fear, Mocking Byrd is here.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your wings. I think that's the way they said it. Welcome back to the Pawpets show, and I'm Mocking Byrd. A lot of you probably wondered why you haven't seen me around lately. Let's just say I missed my flight going back to Rio de Janeiro, so I'll have to get a delayed flight back home, which doesn't mind, as long as I don't go through any snowdrifts. I would hate for it to be upon arrival with frozen wings. Have you ever tried flying through the air and then finally arriving at your destination finding that your wings have been totally encased in ice? I hate when that happens. Well, of course you might not be a bird, so you don't really understand how that feels. So let me just break it down for you. Flying through the air in the middle of winter, it has its downfalls, let me tell you. If you're not an early bird, so to speak, you won't be getting any worms, because all the good worms have been picked through and all you get are just the sheddings of all the other worms. Ew. But they do make a nice topping for salad. As you can pretty much well guess, I'm here to help make your miserable life not so miserable by giving you suggestions on how to cope with your modern day problems. Let's say, for instance, you go into your kitchen and you find that you are running low on your favorite Pop-Tart flavor. And what do you see in the pantry instead? Plain, unfrosted Pop-Tarts. It's happened so many times, and you still wonder, why do I buy those? Well, the solution is don't buy it! Buy a lot of your regular flavors that you enjoy. And that way, you'll only have more of your favorites to enjoy later. And then you won't have to deal with the plain, unfrosted Pop-Tarts. Here's another tip. If you can't decide what to add for your morning milk, be it chocolate or strawberry, do what I do. Make Neapolitan. That way you get the best of all three worlds. Just add a little vanilla extract, some chocolate syrup, and some strawberry syrup, and you got a Neapolitan milk. Have you ever tried that before? Well, just think about Neapolitan ice cream that is just melted in a tall glass. Tastes good too. Here's a little gardening tip. First, if you're complaining that all your plants are dying and you have no idea what's going wrong, it's obvious that you really need to get a green thumb. Well, here's a little tip that'll help any would-be gardener into becoming full-fledged gardening fools. First, get some green paint and paint your thumb. Then, all the plants will respond to you better knowing that you have a honest-to-goodness green thumb. But I don't have that problem though. I got green wings, so that should mean that I'm a very good gardener, and I've been managed to grow lots of different things for me to enjoy in a nice salad topped with worm sheddings. Yeah. Here's a tip for all of you avid grocery shoppers out there. Now, you've often heard that it always helps never to go shopping on an empty stomach because that way you won't buy as much if you go on a full stomach. So here's what you do. First, when you go out to the store, you know you're going to head out anyway. Might as well stop in at a McDonald's somewhere, order up anything off the menu to fill that gullet of yours, so by the time you get to the store, nothing will look appealing to you. You save money and time. And speaking about time, the time is a very interesting idea and concept, isn't it? If you have too much of it, it brings about boredom. Not enough of it, it brings worriment and fear. And if you have just the right amount of time, it brings about confusion as to what to do in this time that you have. Always best to be very wise with your time. And if you need to, carry a calculator. That way you can calculate every single moment of every single day, and then you'll be too busy to worry about where the time is going, or where the time should come from should you ever need more. And finally, those of you that have problems with gambling. I have met so many people in Las Vegas alone with gambling issues. And here's a good way around that. All you need to do is go on Facebook and play around on the slot machines there. Get your fill and get it out of your system. That way when you go to Vegas, you won't have to look at all those slot machines going, oh, if I had $1 right now, it'd be going into that one right there. But instead, save your money for the dancing girls and those cocktails that never end. You'll be having a better time, and the casino will be able to put your money where it belongs, in the food and beverage industry. Well, that's all the time I have for this edition of Mocking Byrd's Tips. And I hope everybody out there makes some uses of them, because if you do, the world will be in a much better place knowing that you'll always have more time to think about more problems. And what do they always say? With every problem comes a solution. You just need to know where to look. But look no further, because Mocking Byrd is here to help. But, well, not anymore today. I gotta go off and see if I can chip some more ice off of my wings. Talk to you again soon. Ta!